After 3 frantic weeks of talks, some breathing space for Greece, Eurozone finance ministers agreed to extend financial aid to Athens by 4 months, lifting for now the threat that Greece would run out of money within weeks. Greek Finance Minister Yanis Varoufakis said it was the first step on a long journey.
We have found partners amongst those who, up until very recently, looked at us with suspicion. There are some partners still that are looking at us with suspicion. This is our challenge to win over their trust.
Chairman of the Eurogroup, Jeroen Dijsselbloem, said the deal would not allow Greece to immediately start reversing austerity measures.
The authorities have today expressed their firm commitment to, with immediate effect, refrain from any rollback of measures and unilateral actions that would negatively impact fiscal targets, economic recovery, or financial stability.
The deal will only be ratified once Greece's creditors are satisfied with a list of reforms to be submitted by Monday. Greek voters may see it as a climb down, says Spyros Economides of the London School of Economics.
The Syriza government is walking a very fine line. How do we strike a deal with the Europeans that satisfies the Europeans and present it to a national and party audience in Greece saying it's a victory for us, we've achieved our goals?
But the 4-month extension will give the new government a chance to prove its credibility, says Dionysios Dimitrokopoulos of Birkbeck College, University of London.
That will give them time to enact some of the reforms, for example, the fight against corruption, that will give them more credibility vis-à-vis ordinary citizens across the Eurozone. If that happens, it will be easier for them to go back to the negotiating table and say, look, we are credible.
While the loan will help Greece cover its day-to-day expenditure, Athens faces the far bigger task of negotiating a permanent new deal on its $273 billion bailout. As the primary paymaster, Germany has been Athens' biggest critic, insisting Greece stick to the terms of its bailout. Berlin's view that Greece should slash spending to pay its debts is unlikely to change, says Dimitrokopoulos.
Because what the new Greek government is saying is that there is an alternative way, there is a different way to run the public finances, there's a different way to run the Eurozone, and the current German government does not want this to be seen turn into concrete reality.
But the threat of Greece leaving the euro still strikes fear in Berlin and Brussels, says Economides.
The Eurozone could probably absorb a country like Greece leaving the system, leaving the Eurozone, leaving the euro. Politically, though, it may be much more difficult to absorb because it means that it's shown the massive flaws that exist in the whole euro construct.
Analysts say those fears of once again uncovering the structural flaws within the Eurozone forced the bloc to strike a deal with Greece. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.